and I am Saint Germain. And I come to be with you at this time, in these special times, these times that you have been awaiting for a long, long time, many, many lifetimes that you have experienced all that is a part of this three-dimensional expression for so long now. But this three-dimensional expression, this matrix, if you will, is fading more and more, collapsing upon itself more and more. So all that was the lies and the mistruths that have been told to all of you for thousands of years is now becoming the truth, or the truth is coming forward. The truth of those mistruths coming forward, the light spreading and expressing outward, replacing the darkness of the mistruths. All of that is happening. So allow it to continue. Allow yourselves to move through your daily lives now, moment to moment, day to day, week to week, month to month, and even into the years to come. Knowing that the expression of love, the expression of oneness, the expression of connectedness, togetherness, peace, harmony, all of this is coming forward because of you as an individual and you as the collective that are bringing this all about. You are the ones that are bringing forth the expression of the new republic, but not only of this United States for America, but the new republic for the entire planet, for the world. For Gaia is expressing herself more and more. She has indeed herself come out of the darkness and have brought the light down to her. And as she brings the light down to her, it comes down to all of you as well. And the truth shall indeed set you free. The expression of truth, the expression of oneness, the expression of the new republic, which was always meant to be here. Again, not only for the United States, but for the world. But it has to happen somewhere first. And that happens to be the United States for America. For long ago, 200 plus years ago, I stood among the forefathers of this nation and expressed to them that this would be the republic. This would be the new expression of freedom. Freedom for all, not just for one, not just for a few, but for all. And that is becoming more and more realized now. For that part of the plan is coming forth now. And it is coming forth again because of all of you as the catalysts and those of the ones that are within your expression here in this planet, here in this nation, are coming forth more and more now. Those that are leading the charge, just as the George Washington led the charge across the Potomac River and confronted those adversaries at that time to bring about the freedom of a nation. So too is that happening again with all of you and those that are leading the charge ahead, crossing not the Potomac, but crossing the Rainbow Bridge. That is where you are all headed now. The Rainbow Bridge of Ascension. So allow the process to continue. Believe. Believe, and it shall become a knowing more and more. Continue to trust. Continue to trust in yourselves. Continue to trust in those ones that have stepped forth and are leading the charge. And trust in the overall universal plan to bring about world freedom. I am Saint Germain, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness, and that you continue to believe. Believe, 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 and then know. Know without a shadow of a doubt that you are approaching the doorway to your ascension. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Greetings to one who serves here. Shoshana is here. And we are ready to assist you in your questions if you have them. You can unmute your phones now and ask your questions, please. Or maybe not. Would there be any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you tell me if all the structures like that are called the Illuminati, the Cabal, and the Deep State, New World Order, those kinds of structures, are they, and all the secret societies, are they disbanded? How does it look with those groups gathering?
First of all, we will tell you that the ones you have just mentioned are all one and the same. They are not separate structures, although they are made of many individuals that are somewhat compartmentalized in some ways, especially those of the secret societies and all of this. But the Cabal is one entity, if you will. When we speak of the forces of darkness, we speak of this Cabal or the Deep State. So to know whether they are disbanded now, no, they are not yet, but they are in process of collapsing, we will say, as a house of cards collapses. It cannot withstand itself. It has no foundation. And the foundation that was a part of this deep state cabal is no longer there. We speak of those of the archonic evolution, those of the, what you would call the demons and things of this nature, those of the fourth dimension expression, that were the ones that were leading the charge for those of their minions are no longer. So what you are looking at now are just simply the lower level minions, those of the leaders of government and things of this nature, and kings and queens and this type of thing. They are collapsing. They are the minions. They have nothing to hold as a foundation any longer. So know that their time is come to an end. And your time is coming into fruition. Your time for freedom. Freedom, as Saint Germain gave. Freedom to express yourselves as you were meant to be, as the divine beings that you are within you. The God expression within all of you, or the I am presence within all of you. That is what is coming forward. Shoshana, do you have something you add here?
We do not.
Very good. We hope this was sufficient for you for an answer.
Yes, thank you.
Would there be other questions here now?
I have a question, if I may.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it has to do with an image I got in a dream, which seems a little peculiar. It was a very quick image of a stray cat coming into the area I was in my home downstairs, and it was kind of scrawny, and then it was there for a bit, and then it threw up the sort of shape, which turned out to be another cat. It had eaten this other cat, so we were kind of upset that it ate another cat. And then it went outside, and then first we didn't know if the little one was alive, and then it kind of came to and turned into a fluffier little cat. And then the stray cat went out, and then the little one that we had created, I guess, went out and kind of snuggled up to the stray cat. So it was kind of weird, and I don't quite know what to make of it.
We will tell you that it is difficult at times to understand what is being given to you in your dreams. But rather than have interpretation of that dream, we would ask you a question. What is it that it meant to you? What was your feeling as you came out of the dream? The first thought that came to you when you emerged from your dream state, what was that?
Honestly, I think it was kind of confusion because I didn't know what to make of it. I was kind of, there was sort of somebody in the background. We were both kind of aghast that this cat would eat another cat, and perturbed that even that the new cat would go up and be loving towards the other, the stray cat. So I guess I was just sort of confused and slightly perturbed in the dream.
What we can tell you is, rather than as an individual expression here, we would look at this as a larger picture here, in terms of, as you're saying, cat eating another cat. This is what would be depicted as people eating other people, not literally here, in terms of overtaking other ones, overtaking their emotional countenance within them. That is what we would say about that. And the one, as you say, another one coming forward and loving those are the ones that are those of you, the collective you that are coming forward and expressing your love and compassion to more and more people out there. So there are two different sides to this. The one is those of what would be considered the general population, or what many of you call the normies, kind of eating each other here, taking over the other's thoughts and expressions and this types of things. And the one again that is coming forward and offering comfort and all of this are those of you, again, of the collective, those of you, the warriors and workers, light workers and warriors that are coming forward and assisting those others. That is what we can say this as a collective look at this, rather than an individual. But for you as an individual, you need to look at this for yourself and see what it expresses to you. Okay? Shoshana, do you have anything to add?
We agree. We have no more to add to this.
Very good. Then I guess
Thank
we
you.
were on here, as your saying goes. Would there be any other questions here?
Greetings. Recently,
Yes?
I came across an amazing content called the Christ letters, and in these letters, amazing transformation seemed to be depicted after Master Yeshua came into contact with Prophet John the Baptist. And what was explained was that Master Yeshua had a bit of a normal life up to that point, but after coming across Prophet John the Baptist, he proceeded to go spend 6 weeks in the desert. And it was during this time in the desert that Master Yeshua became aware of his inner I am God in his inside him, and was able to become aware of the creative energy from within. And that's when he was able to begin doing miracles. Would you mind sharing a little bit more about this experience with Prophet John the Baptist and these 6 weeks in the desert? Thank you.
We will tell you what you have read here and are expressing here is indeed quite accurate. But to understand that the one Yeshua, as he was growing up, he was somewhat a normal human being, but he had much more within him that was expressing outward to those around him and simply within him. He was more than a typical human child, we will say here. But he had the human expressions as well, the frailties of being a human child, the fears and things of this nature were also a part of this. But as you say, when he received his wake-up call, as all of you have received your wake-up call at certain points, where it was time to go about your Father's mission, we will say here. And that is what he did when he came upon the John the Baptist, the way shower here, the one that showed him the way, or began that process more and more fully for him. And then, yes, indeed, he did go off and went into deep meditation and found his inner self, found the I am presence within himself, and began then to be able to do what you are calling miracles. But there was another part to this which is not being expressed, and that was when he went on the sojourns to Egypt and Tibet and all of these places where he learned the mysteries. He learned the mysteries. And that is where he was able then to begin to express those miracles. Not simply when he met the John the Baptist and began that meditative experience. That catapulted him into the next level of his being. Okay? Any further on this? Or Shoshana, do you have anything you add here?
Well, we can add something here, if we may add, dear brother.
Is the one still there, Moses?
Yes, thank you.
May we add, dear brother?
Yes, yes.
Here is what we will tell you. There's an echo here. We will try, though. What we can add is this. On your journey in life, you run across information to awaken something in you. It is nice to read the story and to follow the sojourns and to follow the journey of Master Yeshua. It is interesting to most that are on this journey. But what is more important here is that this was given to you so that you could recognize something in yourself, so that you could find more of you, you see. So that is the way to approach this, to look at this story, this accounting, and ask yourself, how does this relate to me, and why am I reading it now? How does this relate? Do you have an idea of this, dear brother?
Um, well, I can say that I resonated very much with the part about the desert experience. I very much resonated with that, and for the first time, I felt like, this is something that was possible.
Yes, it has been shown to you as an example. So here's what we will tell you. To find yourself, to find your true self, to delve deep into the archives of your own soul, you must go into isolation. You must meditate. You must remove yourself from the goings on of daily life as much as you can and begin to delve into your own soul, you see. That is when awakening occurs, when you are isolated. It does not occur when there are vibrations going on all around you that are chaotic, that are the daily travails of life. And we believe that is why you were led to this, to understand that you are the same. You can do these things also, you see. You can perform miracles also. But you must find yourself. You must find yourself in a quiet, meditative state that will allow you to recognize and realize who you are, you see. Most do not do this. Most go about their lives. They remain in the beta brain state where they are analyzing and looking and reading and being third dimensional consciousness. That will not awaken the soul. That will not awaken your understanding to who you are, you see. And we believe that is why you resonate to this. Does this make sense, dear brother?
Absolutely. Thank you kindly.
Yes, namaste.
And we need to make correction here as to the time frame was transposed here. And we will say that the journey or the sojourns of this one Yeshua began before the time of meeting with the John the Baptist. Those sojourns to those various places where he learned the mysteries. And then when he went through all of this and learned about those mysteries, He then met with John the Baptist and had that experience in the desert after that. And that is when the full I am presence, or the Christ consciousness, came into him at that time. We apologize for the time frame difference.
We would like to add one more thing here, if we may, dear brother.
Yes, thank you.
What we would like to add is the religious mimicking of the meeting of John the Baptist and Yeshua has been attempted in every way to, religions have mimicked this meeting, you see. The baptism that occurred was a triggering device, was an awakening device, and John was sent here to awaken Yeshua. That is their connection, to fully awaken him. And he used the mechanism of baptism to do that, the water, you see. And we will tell you that the many religions have attempted to baptize individuals without the true meaning of the awakening process. The awakening process of the baptism is to recognize, as one who serves has given, to recognize the I am presence within, that God and I are one, you see. So when you go through a baptism of sorts, that is when the reawakening occurs and the union of the source and yourself is recognized. Namaste.
Very good. Would there be any other questions here? Nothing further, then we
Yes,
believe
actually,
that...
I do have one.
Yes?
Sorry, I was getting back to my place on the phone. So, Joanna or Shoshana had said something very interesting when I shared. I'm not sure which one it was because it was after the session, but I was curious because it's been stuck with me a little bit. This question of you cannot hold another person to account. So it's stuck with me in the sense that as we see what's going on in our world, it's like a lot of now starting to hold people to account, what I would call starting to hold people to account, like criminals and the people who have done terrible things, and starting to say, okay, that's not okay, and we're going to, there's a legal system and all of that going on. So that's starting to happen. And that seems to be a good thing. But then on the other hand, I don't know if it's because it's different for us as light workers and we're past that and that's a 3D thing. On the other hand, we are advised not to, that we can't hold another person to account, so to speak. So I'm interested to hear what is the kind of, how do those two concepts mesh up so that we can kind of digest them?
Shoshana?
Well, we can clarify perhaps, dear sister. It is a difficult subject to clarify, but the truth is this: it was Shoshana's understanding that made the statement, "You cannot hold others to account." And what that is, dear sister, is if you look at the history of the world, it just repeats itself. Because human beings believe that they are the justice for others, and they are not. God is the justice for others. There is karma, and what you sow, you reap. And what you reap, you turn around and sow, you see. That is the truth of your life. That no matter what is an attempt at justice is not true justice. If you look at for example, your system now, there is no justice. It is about who has the most money and the best attorneys. And that is and it is a sham, you see. It is not truly how to provide justice. Oh, justice comes from the divine. Justice comes from your soul, from your karmic balancing. You are always, as a human, whether you realize this or not, once you recognize it, you are attempting to balance your own karma, you see. So when we say you can only hold yourself to account, that is the highest knowledge, that is the highest understanding of justice. Because as you hold yourself to account, you can provide a basis or a vibration for others to do the same. As long as we are in judgment of others, we provide that vibration for others to do the same when it is not the truth, you see. So as you hold yourself to account, this is how you create the vibration in the world, the upliftment of the world for all to be transparent, for all to judge themselves rather than judge others. We hope this makes sense, dear sister.
And
it definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I'm still trying to, and I've always kind of attempted to live that way myself. Not always perfectly, for sure, but I'm also just still like in the question mark of then how do we look upon the attempt at justice? And I know what you're saying, like now it's been a pretty lousy unjust system, but it seems like now they're trying to right the system. I could be wrong, but yeah, it seems like it's trying to right. So how do we reframe that, those attempts at justice? They're not if they're not holding people to account, what are they? How do we look at those things?
We thought that we had given that answer. This is difficult for many because many believe that the third dimensional reality that they reside in has some kind of impact on justice, and it does not. It never has. You must review this. It never has, you see. The justice comes from the soul, from karma, from rebalancing. And if one serves, for example, 20 years in prison, it is the reason that that person has served 20 years in prison is not because a judge sentenced him to that. It is because the soul requires it, you see. You have no control over karma. The being itself has control or has command of its own karma. So if it serves out a judgment, so to speak, it is serving the judgment because it is required to, not because the third dimension meted it out, you see. That is why we are saying, and this is very difficult for most to understand, is that we must simply hold ourselves to account. And if that means that we serve a prison sentence, we serve it joyfully because we are holding ourselves to account. It is no other that provides that judgment but ourselves. Does that make sense, dear sister?
It does. Could you check my summary and see if I'm correct of one thing you said? So it seems to me, and I now from what you're hearing getting, because I have loved ones who are attorneys and I know judges and all that, it seems then like those individuals are in service to the souls of the other individuals. Would that be correct?
Yes, we are all one. Yes.
Okay.
We are
okay.
all.
Okay. Because we don't want to judge them either for what they're doing out there. They are in service to the souls. It's not like they are the judge, but they are in service to the souls. So that's great. Thank you so much.
Yes. Namaste.
And
perfect.
we add here, you have a saying, judge not lest ye be judged, but the actual understanding of that is judge not lest ye judge yourself.
That is
there
first.
There is a major difference.
Yes,
there.
that is first. Judge yourself first.
Then we are done for the time. There is one email question. Is there not?
there is another question.
No, we need to move on here, please. What is the email question here?
Yes, thank you. The question is there a difference between light workers and light warriors? And if so, could you please explain?
We will just tell you that they are very much synonymous. You are all light workers, and you are also light warriors because you have taken up the challenge. You have taken up the challenge to be those warriors of light with Archangel Michael. So all of you, those of you that are in on this call and resonate to these words at a later time, you are all warriors with Archangel Michael, you see. So they are, but those two terms are very close together, very synonymous. You are all light workers, but you have moved beyond that to a point and become the warriors of light, where you are not only knowing the truth and beginning to believe more and more the truth within yourselves, but you are also able to begin more and more to share that truth with others who are ready to receive that as well. And they become the light workers and then the light warriors as well beyond that. Shoshana, do you have anything you add?
We wish to answer the question that we heard. We wish for that person to ask.
We need to release channel though, so please make this what you call quick. Would there be that question?
I was just going to repeat the email question. That was who I was. It's already been answered.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
We will add something on
yes.
light worker and light warrior. Both positions are extremely relevant to moving the vibration of the consciousness of man toward a higher realm, toward ascension, you see. The warrior is a choice, you see. You can move past worker into warrior if you choose, but it does not matter. You simply choose a different set of characteristics and a different movement forward, but it is all for the light, you see. So you can remain a light worker, work with the light, be the one, without needing to step into a warrior position. But if your heart calls you to step into that warrior position, then answer the call. Namaste.
Very good. Would there be parting messages from you, Shoshana?
That was it.
Very good. Then we just simply say, keep on believing. Keep on knowing that believing is seeing, that you are creating your own reality. All of these expressions that you have been hearing for quite some time now, begin to be that expression. Shanti, peace be with you.
Be the one.
Cheers.
This call is being recorded.
O children of light, O flames of the morning, call unto the secret love star. Let its rays weave for you an eternal garment of transcendent loveliness, and wear upon your heart the jewel of the sacred fire. Let its glory pour through you, that yours may be the scepter of power supreme. Speak only the decree of love, that perfection may be everywhere. Listen to the sound of its voice, that all may hear the song of joy. Gaze only upon its light, that the flame from the seven mighty Elohim may rest upon your forehead. Hold the cup of liquid light, and forever pour forth its life-giving essence.
Then the rays from the diamond heart shall illumine your pathway, and when the Knight Commander raises his sword of flame, you shall pass through and stand face to face with your own divinity upon the very altar of life. For within that holy of holies is the One, the Omnipotent in blazing glory, your own beloved self, the magic presence, I am. And so, beloved family, we are welcomed into this perfect moment. I ask you to take one deep cleansing breath as we begin, for this is the breath of life, the breath of love, the first and eternal gift from Source. Here now we focus our attention on the threefold flame within our heart. The golden flame in the center is our eternal connection to Source, activated with every heartbeat, and the golden thread that rises from it connects us to the central sun. See this golden flame grow and expand to encompass the entire physical form and all your higher mental bodies. The pink flame, which represents the divine aspect of Mother God, and the blue flame, which represents the divine aspect of Father God, come together in perfect harmony and balance, dancing together to create the violet flame. Picture the violet flame growing and expanding to encompass the entire physical form and all your higher mental bodies. As you picture this for yourself, know that you activate these energies within every human heart, rising up, raising up into perfect unity. Now, visualize yourself holding your arms out to your sides. This is the diameter of your tube of light, a beautiful, seamless pillar of white light which keeps you protected and insulated from this moment on. Visualize beloved Saint Germain and his violet flame inside your tube of light. Feel the love, the power, the purity all around you. Breathe it in. Visualize the violet flame outside your tube of light for added protection. We now call upon beloved Archangel Michael and his sword of blue flame, this brilliant, blue, and powerful sword of truth. Feel how it fits your hand perfectly. Bring it to your heart chakra. Set your intention. Raise it up. Swing it around your head and down around your entire body, and 2 times under your feet. Feel how the violet flame consumes and transmutes all these energies you have released. Feel the freedom you have achieved. We also ask the beloved Goddess of Purity to hold space in all these areas until our ascension process is complete. Now, take a moment. Look down your tube of light. It is bottomless. It continues down into Gaia, inner Earth, and connects you to the crystalline energetic structure of Mother Earth. Now, look above you. See your tube of light. It is never-ending, reaching high into the heavens, connecting you to the crystalline energetic structure above the Earth and onward to the galactic central sun. So now we say, thank you, beloved mighty I Am Presence, for this tube of light, which keeps me invisible, invincible, and invulnerable to all negative creation and keeps me free, now and forevermore, until I am sealed in the eternal freedom of my ascension. And we thank thee it is done by the power and might of 1,000 suns. For the light of God never fails. The light of God never fails. The light of God never fails. And the beloved, mighty I Am presence is that light.
So now, remaining in your tube of protective white light, just focus a moment on your breathing as you take several deep cleansing breaths. Just focus on relaxing and letting go, becoming more and more centered within yourself and letting the outside world just drift away for a bit. Take a deep breath now, breathing in the light. And exhale out any tension, stress, negativity of any kind. Just let that go out gently with the exhalation of your breath. Take another deep breath, breathing in the light. And exhale out any darkness. One more time, breathe in the light. And exhale out the darkness. Now put your attention in your etheric body and become aware of the 9 chakra centers that have become awakened and reawakened within all of you. And as always, pay particular attention to the alignment of those chakras and the corresponding color, and especially the intensity of that color, which, as you have heard many times now, when you raise the intensity of the color in the chakra, you are raising the vibrational frequency within that chakra, which raises the vibrational frequency within the corresponding glandular function. And as you raise the vibrational frequency, you bring about balance back within the body. So if one particular gland or organ or any of your cells are out of balance, raising the vibrational frequency also raises or brings it back into balance. Whatever the illness might be, whatever a malady you have within your body, that is rebalanced simply by raising the frequency within that part of your body. For everything operates from frequency. And if the frequency becomes unbalanced, then disease, maladies of any kind, pain, all of that can begin to take effect within that part of the body. So bring the balance back, raise the vibrational frequency. So now, looking at your Earth Star chakra just below your feet, see that as a deep earth brown color. Brown, of course, matching the earth itself, Gaia herself, the connection to Gaia, or your grounding point to Gaia. Moving up to your root chakra at the base of your spine, see that is a brilliant, bright, ruby red color. To the next, orange. To the solar plexus area, yellow, bright, brilliant yellow as the sun. To your heart center, deep blue-green. To your high heart center, magenta. The throat area, sky blue. The third eye in the middle of the forehead, purple or indigo. And the crown chakra at the top of the head, gold or violet or silver. And then the soul star chakra just above your head, pure brilliant white. Now, as you focus on all of those chakras, and again, the alignment of those chakras and the specific color frequency and the intensity of that color, and again, raise the intensity of each of those colors to the highest you can possibly do, simply with your visualization and your intention. And begin now to merge all of those chakras together, merging them all up into the soul star chakra. And now visualize the soul star chakra and all of those merged chakras as a three-dimensional six-pointed star. This now being your Merkaba light vehicle or your light body. But at the same time, notice the violet flame that is surrounding your physical body and your astral and your etheric body. And that violet flame, which, as you know, purges out all of the old programming that is no longer needed, the programming that creates an illusion within you or attaches you to the illusion of the third dimensional matrix. So see all of that programming, that old programming now, being consumed by the violet flame. Whatever that programming might be. And if you wish, just visualize the programming just flowing into your violet flame, surrounding your bodies, and being purged out, burned up. And in its place, new programming, the new programming of the fifth dimensional expression, the new programming of the I am presence coming back fully within you, and a knowing within you that you are that I am presence, that you are the one within you. And now in your light body, bring your conscious knowing self. If you haven't already, bring your conscious knowing self up into your Merkaba light vehicle, in your light body, and begin to float up away from your physical body, leaving your physical body falling below you. And as you do so, notice the violet flame is still purging the old programming. And even though this is a visualization experience, know that your visualization and your intention is actually creating, indeed, the purging of that old programming. It is not just a figment of your imagination. It is real, as much as reality as you can put into this. So now continue to float up, leaving your physical body falling below you as you rise up into the sky, past the Earth's atmosphere, and as each time you become aware of the heavenly bodies of this solar system, all of the millions of ships and their consciousness, and particularly the energies that are flowing into the sun from the galactic central suns beyond this galaxy, all the way back to the original source of this universe, the cosmic source. Energies flowing. And the more you just simply visualize those energies, those waves of energies, call them gamma waves of energy, that is flowing down through the sun of this solar system, and the sun shooting this energy down, filtering it, if you will. For the energies themselves are too high for the physical body to be able to handle. But through the sun and through all of the consciousness of the ships that are out here, It is all filtered down. Filters down so that the human body, the carbon-based human body, can be able to withstand these energies. Otherwise, your bodies, your central nervous system would simply implode within itself, and the physical body would cease to exist. So these energies being filtered down, see them coming down into the earth, down to Gaia, and transposing all across the planet, transposing the darkness to the light, transposing the old programming to the new programming. See that happening now in real time, even though, again, it is your visualization here in this moment. This visualization is creating the actual occurrence of this happening at a time in the not too distant future, where all of this will begin to become reality for you, for those of you that have raised their vibrational frequency and consciousness higher and higher, to be able to hold these energies. Not only hold these energies, not only anchor these energies, but spread them out, send them out to all of those that are also ready to be able to. And know that you are a filter point for these energies. Just as Yeshua and Sananda, together, the two, the Christ consciousness, has been filtering this energy down for quite some time. But now you, those of you, the light workers and warriors, are the ones who are now filtering this energy, this light down. That is certainly part of your mission, to be able to filter these energies. So see now the energies that are coming down to the planet being anchored by all of those of the light workers and warriors throughout the planet. See them filtering this energy now, and at the same time the violet flame growing and expanding until it encompasses or engulfs the entire planet. The entire planet now being engulfed by the violet flame. And the violet flame, just as you were able to purge the old programming coming into you as an individual, now it is being purged out as a collective, burned, if you will, burned to a point where it is no longer existent. I speak now of the purging of the old programming, the energies of hatred, the energies of anger, the energies of jealousy, the energies certainly of fear. All of that being purged out so that it can be replaced by the new energies of love, peace, harmony, order, understanding, compassion, oneness, all of this, which are, of course, fifth dimensional and beyond expressions. And again, you are the catalyst, you being the collective you, that are the catalyst that can bring all of this about, can bring these new higher energies, frequency, expressions, and consciousness into the planet, and be able to anchor and send those energies out, send that love out, send that higher consciousness out, send that knowing of oneness out, so that more and more people are able to begin to take that energy in, anchor it, if you will, for themselves, and then begin to spread that light as well. and the ones that were not the light workers and warriors before become the light workers and warriors. So now lastly, see all those pockets of darkness, wherever they might be throughout the world. And you can see them concentrated in different parts of the world. But see light now going into those pockets of darkness. And illuminating those darkness. Illuminating the darkness, bringing it into the light. And if you will, you can see it as millions or even billions of points of light throughout the planet. And in various places where the light was not ignited, see it becoming ignited now. Create this within your mind expression, within your visualization. Light, expressions of light, igniting of light, igniting of the truth coming forward everywhere. And eventually, all of the darkness being consumed by the light. And now begin to find your way back to your physical form, where from ever you found yourself. Just simply come back gently, bringing your astral and etheric body, your light body, back into your physical form, merging it back in. But feel and know the expression of light throughout your body, throughout your physical form. And your body, your physical body now glowing with this light. And of course your astral and etheric body within your physical body, glowing with light. And the corresponding vibrational frequency, which has greatly expanded within you. Even if it is just for these moments. But know that every time that you do these expressions, you have these experiences, you are raising that vibrational frequency and corresponding consciousness to last longer and longer and longer. And eventually, based on all of the great plan of the universe, you will come to hold that energy, hold that light within you. And that light will expand within you and will alter the very cells within your body from a carbon-based cellular structure to a crystalline-based cellular structure. And the corresponding DNA within you will also be reconnected back to the original 12 strands of DNA. And even beyond that, that is what you are all in the process of bringing about now, both individually and collectively. And now, if you will, come back into a complete state of consciousness and circulation, fully revitalized and refreshed.